This past election cycle raised a lot of questions about the place of political correctness in modern society. Donald Trump garnered much support from those attracted to the fact that he was a political outsider and spoke like one.
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals.
He loudly denounced speech codes and spoke candidly about issues, using direct phrases and terms instead of speaking carefully or using euphemisms. As with many political issues following this election, the debate surrounding the acceptability and necessity of hate speech in a democratic system became polarized. Many people on the left, such as those college students involved in the UC Berkeley riots, argued adamantly in favor of the restriction of hate speech through the banning of certain speakers from college campuses and the implementation of speech codes and safe spaces. Meanwhile, those on the right, such as Milo Yiannopoulos, an editor at Breitbart News, were emboldened by Trump's success and became more active and garnered more attention than they had in previous years.
Hello everybody, my name is Iris, and today me, Justin, and Nick will be giving you some background information on our presentation about the extent to which the restriction of hate speech is detrimental to a democratic system. The goal of this video is to provide real-life examples and overall background knowledge about hate speech in relation to democracy as a precursor to our presentation in class. First, let us define hate speech. Hate speech has been defined by Merriam-Webster as speech expressing hatred of a particular group of people based on attributes such as race, religion, ethnic origin, sexual orientation, gender, or disability. The general notion in America is that hate speech is protected under the First Amendment, as hate speech is still speech and therefore it is unconstitutional to ban it. It could be said that the rest of the amendments are based upon the First Amendment, demonstrating the importance of free speech in a democracy. Free speech is never allowed in totalitarian societies because it gives citizens power and the ability to think for themselves. However, there have been legislation in the past to restrict hate speech. This includes the Chaplinsky versus New Hampshire case of 1941 that effectively made quote-unquote fighting words unprotected under the First Amendment. Fighting words are any statements that inflict injury or tend to incite an immediate breach of peace. However, it is difficult to determine whether statements were made with the intent to start violence, and so there are many loopholes to this law, and therefore there is still a general understanding that hate speech is justified. The restriction of hate speech has caused violence from both individuals that are against it and those that are for it. For example, UCLA students reacted violently to Milo Yiannopoulos, so much so that around $100,000 worth of SWAT teams, police, and security had to be implemented for the event. On the other hand, there are instances like the deadly mosque attack that occurred in Quebec by a university student who was identified as often speaking his anti-feminist, nationalistic, and xenophobic opinions. We hope this video gave you guys some good background information for our upcoming presentation.